Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my viewers. Orji Kalu, former governor of Abia State, don talk say Nigerians dey suffer because dem dey too lazy. He don come out support President Bolas Tinubu economic policies, way plenty Nigerians dey say too harsh. Kalu talk say the suffer way dey now na because Nigerians don dey too used to chop free money, and dem no too sab he hard work. Come beg Nigerians make dem give President Tinubu more time. Say the country don day better. Him talk say in the next 2 to 3 years, people go begin see wetin the president day try do, and dem go appreciate ham.
One woman way sell her pickin for body parts don get life jail. For South Africa, one woman don collect life imprisonment for more than 1 year after her 6-year-old pickin, Jocelyn Smith, get lost. Raquel Kelly Smith and her boyfriend Jackin Apolles, and the friend Stevino Van Ryn, dem don day guilty after 1 6-week trial. Way happen for Saldanha Community Center.
Court here say the woman sell her small pickin to one traditional healer, way dem day call sangoma, for body parts like eye and skin. One person talk say she don day talk before say she fit sell her children for 20,000 rand each, na about 1.7 million naira. Another person talk say she even gree collect just around 420,000 naira. One pastor Seth come testify say he hear the woman talk him with her own mouth, say she no mind sell the pickin. Now all 3 of dem don collect heavy sentence, and the case don finally reach end, but the matter still day pain many people for heart.
Judge don order say make them deport one Nigerian man, way be 29 years old over alleged immigration fraud, for Canada.
What began as a seemingly unlikely love story between 79-year-old Doreen Johnson and her 29-year-old Nigerian husband has ended in court-ordered deportation. The legal proceedings were triggered last year when Miss Johnson applied to sponsor her husband for permanent residency in Canada. But after reviewing the case, a Canadian judge ruled that the marriage was not genuine and served only as a means to obtain immigration status. One Nigerian group, way dem day call Center for Reform and Public Advocacy, don hire a United States law firm to try to cancel President Tinubu's 1979 degree from Chicago State University. Dem take this step because the university refused to respond to formal letters way dem received for March and April 2025. The group alleges that President Tinubu gained admission to Chicago State University using falsified high school credentials. Specifically, they claim records submitted to CSU indicated graduation in 1970 from Government College Lagos, a school they assert did not exist until 1974 and produced no graduates until years later. If proven, this would mean the foundational qualification for his university admission was invalid. This legal challenge focuses solely on the validity of the admission process leading to Tinubu's degree. It is distinct from prior 2023 election disputes regarding the authenticity of the physical CSU diploma submitted to Nigerian electoral authorities (HINECK). President Tinubu presented this CSU degree as his only academic qualification to INEC when running for office, citing the loss of his primary and secondary school certificates during a 1990s military raid. Potential implications: should the lawsuit succeed in compelling CSU to revoke the degree, it could raise questions about President Tinubu's eligibility for the 2027 presidential election. The Nigerian constitution requires candidates to possess at least a school certificate level or its equivalent. The president's team submitted the CSU degree to satisfy this requirement. Response from presidential team: President Tinubu's lawyer, Oluwole Afolabi-San, dismissed the planned lawsuit as frivolous and a nuisance, stating the issue was fully litigated previously and resolved. He emphasized the president is focused on governing Nigeria. Options Law Group points to U.S. legal cases, which support universities' right to take back degrees if they were earned through fraud or dishonesty. They argue that revoking degrees is important to maintain the trust and integrity of universities, as U.S. schools have a history of doing this for fake application information. President Tinubu's academic credentials have been the subject of prolonged controversy, including during the 2023 election when CSU confirmed his attendance but could not authenticate the specific diploma submitted to INEC. This new action targets the earlier high school records used for admission. The law firm indicates it is prepared to file lawsuits in both federal and state courts seeking a judicial order mandamus, compelling CSU to revoke the degree, should the university continue to decline action. Popular Nigerian Islamic scholar Sheikh Ahmed Gumi. Don chop deportation from Saudi Arabia as he land for Medina, dis one sharply end him. 2025 Hajj pilgrimage before he even start. Even though say Sheikh Gumi get correct visa. Dem still hold em for Prince Mohammed bin Abdulaziz International Airport. Come carry enter plane back to Nigeria straight. Gumi arrived in Medina via Air as part of a Nigerian Hajj delegation sponsored by the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NAHCON. Saudi immigration officials stopped him at the border, citing undisclosed security protocol. Gumi was already banned from Saudi Arabia when he undertook a brief 3-4-day trip to Yemen. Upon returning to Saudi Arabia, he was detained by authorities and quickly put on a plane back to Nigeria. Saudi officials viewed Gumi's Yemen trip as a major security breach. Yemen is an active war zone where Saudi Arabia leads a military coalition against Houthi rebels. Gumi reportedly did not obtain Saudi authorization for the trip, violating strict security protocols. Saudi authorities were concerned Gumi, given his history, might engage in unauthorized contacts with Yemeni factions or political activities under the guise of preaching, potentially destabilizing the volatile situation. They worried his presence could be misinterpreted as Saudi endorsement or exploited by warring groups for propaganda. Gumi asserted the deportation targeted his criticism of Saudi policies, including its stance on the Israel-Hamas conflict. His aide claimed biometric failure at immigration escalated to a political ban. Gumi's response, "We are not slaves." In fiery interviews, Gumi accused Saudi Arabia of violating religious freedom. "Your views should not bar you from worship." Praised Nigeria's intervention. The foreign minister and DSS contacted him, pledging to challenge Saudi authorities. Vowed to attempt future pilgrimages, "I will go again." The Kaaba belongs to all Muslims. The U.S. government has warned its citizens in Nigeria to avoid unsafe areas in Abuja after a deadly explosion occurred near the Nigerian Army's Mogadishu barracks on Monday. In a travel advisory issued shortly after the blast, the U.S. Embassy in Abuja said it was aware of the explosion and urged Americans to stay away from the area while police continue their investigation. The U.S. Embassy in Abuja is aware of an explosion near the Mogadishu barracks, the Mararabiayang bypass in Abuja. Police are investigating the incident. U.S. citizens should avoid the area, the statement read. The embassy also advised Americans to stay alert, follow local news, review their safety plans, and carry ID at all times. The explosion happened at a bus stop near the barracks. One person died, reportedly the suicide bomber, who may have been planning a larger attack on the military base. The Nigerian Army confirmed the explosion on its official X, formerly Twitter, account, stating the situation was under control. Abuja police spokesperson Josephine Ade also confirmed the incident and said a full investigation, including forensic analysis, is underway to determine what caused the blast. Mike Sumler, the energetic hype man and backing vocalist for Kool and the Gang, has died tragically at 71. He was killed in a car crash near Atlanta on Saturday. Famous for being the band's life of the party, his sudden passing stunned friends. "It was a devastating blow," shared Adrian Meeks. Fans and the music community are sharing heartfelt tributes to the soul icon. That's it for now, but I will be back with more updates as the story develops. If you found this report helpful, don't forget to like, share, and comment with your thoughts. Subscribe and follow to stay updated on all the latest news. Thanks for watching.